interestingly, I find using this little portable paddle easier than using my home paddle. Set this one up at home.
I never mastered Morse, hence the Z call, let alone a paddle with going two ways.
It took me a long time to learn to use a paddle. You know, I used to use a straight key all the time. And I'd try a paddle and I couldn't do it, and then I'd go back to the straight key, then I'd try again and then just back to the straight key, and I just kept at it, and then over about a year or two it took me to actually get to be able to use a paddle. And it is better, you know, with a straight key you can get up to say 12 words a minute and handle it. You can send faster, but it just gets a bit wearing if you've got a long QSO on your wrist and everything. But with a paddle, you can get up to 20 words a minute, and really it doesn't wear you out at all, because all you're doing is just moving your hand a little bit.
You don't get RSI?
No, because you don't really put any weight on there, because all you're doing, like I'm resting my hand on the board there, and all I'm doing is just that.
Because that is what I used to do with typing.
Yeah.
And I would have this... Oh, I forgot.
That muscle there, yeah.
And I have to wear a brace if I have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, this doesn't put any weight on it at all. You're not using any weight at all, so...
So what was the equipment there?
Well, this is a SW3B. Comes from the QRPguys.com in America. So it's a CW QRP rig, 3-band. It's 40, 30 and 20 metres. And then this little tuner also comes from the QRP guys, and it's a kit tuner. You just put it together. It's fairly basic inside, and you just have a counterpoise wire on one side and an end-fed on the other. And the paddle is actually a Kiwi. She's gone away now. Wendy, you walked away at the appropriate time. I just started talking about Kiwis and you'd walked away. Because this paddle here, this was actually designed and developed by a Kiwi ham radio operator. And there's thousands that got sold around the world because of the simplicity and also how good they are. So, and he used to, I think he just had a little home manufacturing business making them. And it's finished now. You can't get these in. These are as rare as hen's teeth now. So I've got 3 of them. So I reckon I'm a millionaire. That's the prices they go for when you see them. So yeah.
Kiwis are pretty innovative.
And got used in a lot of commercial companies. Actually bought them in bulk to put into their commercial Kias.
Oh yeah.
These you wouldn't see that part. All you'd see is this bit sticking out the front of the box. So any of those commercial Kias you see with them at the front, that's what's inside it. And of course it doesn't drive a speaker, this thing, so it saves on power. It just drives headphones. And the input power can be anything from 8 to 15 volts, hence using the old 9.6 volt drill battery. So yeah. And we just made up some couple of reel winders for the counterpoise and the main antenna. And that's it, the whole setup. Ham radio on the go. Oh, and a little clamp to clamp. Because if you don't clamp it down, when you move your hand, you can move the whole thing, and it can slide. So you just clamp it down just to make it easier. And also, it just worked out nice that little bit of clamp that's sticking up rests there perfectly. So
all carefully engineered.
Carefully engineered, yeah, exactly, mate.